So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make these custom sublimation printed water bottles. So these are special ordered from Amazon. So again, you can just type in sublimation water bottles and it should take you to some. They have a special coating on them that's going to absorb the ink from the sublimation prints. So the first thing that you want to do is to take your graphics and go ahead and cut them out. I've got enough for 4 water bottles here, but I'm only going to use just one for the demonstration today. So I'm going to cut that out. I'm going to try to keep these cuts as square as possible because when I tape it on the bottle, I do want to make sure that it is straight. Now, you can do small graphics like I'm doing here. You can also do graphics that will wrap all the way around the bottle to kind of give it a 360-degree feel. You just have to measure the bottle and make sure that you are printing it out at the right size. So at this point, I've got my graphic. I'm going to wrap it on the bottle, get it as straight as I possibly can. Make sure that it's located about where I want it to be. And then I'm just going to tack it in the corners with some tape, just to kind of keep it from shifting around too much. And this process is going to be a little bit different than how we did the shirts and the hats and the badges and things like that. So I've kind of got it tacked into place. I'm going to check my work and that looks pretty good. At this point, I'm going to run tape all the way around the edges because I want there to be as much pressure and contact on this decal as I can possibly get, because when we put it in the toaster oven to cook, it's only the tape that's going to be providing that downward pressure, since we don't have something like a heat press that we can do this in. While I'm doing this, I do have the toaster oven cranked up. It's at its highest setting. It's at 450 degrees. It's on turbo, and I just set it to stay on. That way it can kind of preheat while I kind of get my graphic ready. Okay, so I'm going to tape these long edges here. Okay, and I am really close. Last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do an X across just to get, again, a little bit of pressure going across the full length of the graphic. So I'm kind of doing this in midair. You'll probably want to do this on a table. This is just for demonstration purposes. That's one piece going across there. Really kind of press it in so you can see I've got this X of tape going on here. Okay. Now at this point, okay, with our oven heated up, our bottle ready to go, we're going to put on a glove because this is going to be very, very hot. I want to make sure that I don't get burned. And so we're going to put it in here. We're going to hook it in. And at this point, we are going to set a timer for 2 minutes. And we're going to let that kind of cook. We're going to watch it. We want to make sure that we don't accidentally catch anything on fire. So let me put that in. So we're going to just kind of pay close attention. Don't leave this area, because again, if something were to accidentally catch on fire, you'd want to be right here to be able to kind of take care of it and put that out. But we are going to wait and let that heat really bake into that piece, and we will see how we do. So that is our timer. It is now done. And so what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and turn off the toaster oven. And we're going to open it up. And again, this is going to be very, very, very hot, so please be careful. Reach in with the gloved hand, remove it. And I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to let it cool down on this silicone mat. You can put it on a cooling mat, but you're going to want to let it cool down for several minutes. Until you are ready to peel off that graphic. So we're going to let that cool down for a hot second. Again, you want it to be cool to the touch to avoid that graphic from smearing at all. So we'll let that cool down for another 2 minutes. And then we'll peel that graphic off. And again, just you'll want to wait until it's completely cool to the touch before you yank off all that plastic and paper. All right, so that's been 2 minutes of cooling time. I'm gonna kind of touch it. Okay, feels pretty okay to the touch. So now we're gonna slowly kind of pick up that tape and peel away and see how we did. All right, so there is our final bottle. Looks fantastic. Again, so 2 minutes in the heat, 2 minutes to cool. Nice, easy peel. Don't cook it with the lid on. The lids are made out of plastic, those would melt. But these have turned out great. Color looks awesome, and you are ready to go. And that's it. All right, so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these custom sublimated water.